Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony with another collection video. You guys keep asking to see my collection, and since there is still no collection room, I have to keep using this shelf. So we're doing it in sections, but here is my DCUC/DCSH/subline collection of Batman figures. No Play Arts Kai included in this, no anything else. I also have the dancing Batman from Comic-Con, which is embarrassing, so I didn't get that out, and it's also in the box, so there's no point in that. And I also have the vehicle, the Batmobile for the retro Batman as well, but that's also still in the box, so we're going to ignore that. So let's take a look at the individual figures, and I kind of have them organized, but it's not the best organization. We start over here with the gray and blue Batman, which is my favorite design for Batman. I know it's not the most practical or realistic, but I think it's just the best for character composition. And out here in front we have the DCSH, let's do that without the additional light, DCSH blue and gray Batman, which is my favorite Batman, what I think is the best 6-inch scale Batman figure out there. Some people would argue that this gray and black version with the different belt, and obviously he's gray and black, is the best, and of course they're almost exactly the same figure. It just depends on which color you like better. I prefer blue, so I prefer this guy. Then of course DCSH-wise we also have this one right here, which is the Night Shadow Batman. Basically the exact same figure as the blue and gray one, but he has the mouth covered over, so he looks particularly cool. But he's not a traditional Batman, so I can't really include him. In terms of my favorite regular DCUC Batman, not counting these fancier Select Sculpt DCSH figures, even though I prefer the blue and gray look for Batman, I think I would have to go with one of these two guys right here, the New 52 look. It's a really clean looking figure. The metallic is really cool, but it's not as realistic as the standard grayish one, so that's a really, really nice figure. I would probably recommend the non-metallic New 52 version if you're looking for a standard DCUC figure. But as you can see, there's plenty to choose from, and yeah, I did include Bat-Zaro over here just because he matched color-wise. There are a bunch of different versions of the standard black and gray Batman. Some have the yellow, well, not some. One has the yellow chest right there. One has the no yellow with the big bat and the yellow belt. And then there's another one, which is the Public Enemies version. Similar features there. Where's the other one I wanted to point out? Where'd he go? Oh, they're both right here. So yeah, there's two, as you can see right in the center of the camera. There are two of the gray ones with the yellow belt. They just have different belts. So there's plenty to choose from if you just like the gray and black look. And if you don't want to spend the money on this guy, or this guy because he has a poo face, or this guy because he has poo all over him, or this guy because he's really fat and probably needs to poo, you know. There's plenty to choose from, but I would go with the darker colored belt version of this guy if that's what you want, or if you're okay with the square jaw, the Public Enemies version. So there's that. We have also the Young Justice Batman, which is, he's a little different. His face is a little different in terms of styling, but he's got a really nice body mold, and he has the cape over the shoulders, so that's pretty cool. We have a couple different odd versions over here. In the middle right here, though, we have the only black on black Batman that actually looks like Batman. So if you want black on black, that is the one to go with. Let's put the light somewhere that it's useful, like right there. So that's the one to go with. Cool figure. There is this black on black one from that more recent show, but it's a big turd, so don't get that. And this guy, like I said, he's black on black, but he's not really traditional, so there's that. We have the Adam West Batman figures, which I'm not a huge fan of, but a lot of people like, so if you're into that thing, that's cool. Nightwing, have to go with both versions of Nightwing. Very cool figure. Probably a little too bulky, but still a decent figure. And then of course we also have the Batman Beyond figures. The one with Terry McGinnis head is obviously Terry McGinnis. I'm not sure if they actually advertised this one as being Terry McGinnis. So if that's the case, if they didn't, then I would venture to say that that's supposed to be Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond suit, like he did before he gave it over to Terry McGinnis. So if that's the case, then he's not too thick, but Terry McGinnis definitely is. Up here we have some different Robin figures. We have the one retro one right here with the comb over, and then we have one over here. I'm not sure which one is supposed to be which offhand. It's been forever since I looked at or even thought about these guys. We also have the red and green version of Robin right here, which to me is a little more reminiscent of the animated series, which was and still is my favorite animated series of all time. Then we have the red version over here, which is basically the exact same figure, just with no green. So those are both great figures. I really do like those. Back here we have the Red Hood, which is the one that nobody wanted, which is really unfortunate. We have this alternate Earth Batman. I don't remember which one it is or what his name is, but he's not really Batman per se, so we don't need to talk about him. Let's look at the Batgirls from now. I really like most of the Batgirl figures. These three that you can kind of see in front of the two Azrael Batmans are all my favorites. This one back here, they went with a new mold and ruined it, but these three here are all the same except for the belts and except for the face on the black version, which I think is Cassandra Cain if memory serves. She's a really cool figure. She's DCSH. The other two are either DCUC or some subline. I think the blue and gray one was actually also a DCSH figure at some point, but I'm not sure. But they're all awesome, so if you like those, get those. We have the two color changes of the Azrael Batman, and next to him, or them, we have Azrael himself, which is the DCUC version, not the DCSH one. Really the only difference is the shoulders. The DCUC one has black shoulders, whereas the DCSH one has gold on them. So I need to grab one of those just because I want that, but otherwise it's the exact same figure. Moving on, we have some different Catwoman figures. The purple one right here, which is from the 5-pack, and the black one, which is DCSH. She has the removable backpack and some extra accessories, and she's the only black-suited Catwoman of the more modern style, so she's a pretty cool figure. I have to recommend her. Then we have the old Catwoman, which nobody cares about, at least I don't think so. And we have the under, what do I want to say? I don't know, low quality Huntress figure. So close to being an awesome figure, but not quite there. Good enough though, we'll leave it at that. We have the two Harley Quinns, the blue face, which is the original release, and the white face from the Mad Love 2-pack. Definitely have to recommend the white-faced one on the right. Much better figure. Poison Ivy could have been a better figure than she turned out. Let's do it that way without the lighting. I don't know, I can't get good lighting in here, guys, so I apologize for that. Hopefully by me using this light and moving it around and not using it, we can get at least a decent look at these figures. But anyway, Poison Ivy could have been a better figure, but definitely is good enough to go with the Batman collection, so I'm happy with that. Ra's al Ghul, can't say the same. Now we just have kind of a mixed collection of Batman villains, and some guys that aren't necessarily Batman only, but they at least played a role in something related to Batman, so I threw them in because what the heck. We have the two different versions of Two-Face. I personally don't care at all about the orange and purple one, but he came in the 5-pack, and then the white and black one came in the DCSH line. So probably go for that one if I had to choose one, but he's also quite a bit more expensive. We have three different versions of Penguin here. Get rid of the old classic one, and then we can look at the two DCUC ones, and they're both pretty cool. Definitely recommend either of those. The two DCUC versions of Slade, both really good figures. Watch out for the minerals coming out of the paint though. You'll have to wipe those away on some of them. Sometimes you can see this guy's belt looks kind of gray. That's not gray, I can wipe it away. It's just that weird mineral leaching. So watch out for that on him. It's actually common on a couple other figures too. Then here we have the game version of Slade, which I still have my same complaints. They screwed up a lot of things on it, but like I said in the video, it's still going to look pretty good standing on a shelf, and it sure does. It looks really cool, aside from the skinny legs. So my theory held true, even though a lot of people disagree with me. So take that, people. Take it. And now we have the Solomon Grundy Build-A-Figure and Bane Build-A-Figure, both cool enough. Clayface, problematic but still a cool figure, and the DCSH Killer Croc, which is the only Killer Croc that doesn't look goofy, I think. At this point, I'm hoping, which I don't think is going to happen anymore, but I was hoping we'd get a new Killer Croc, but it's pretty unlikely. 3 different versions of Mr. Freeze. I'm not sure if there's another one. I think there might be one more, but these two are basically the same with just some minor color changes, and then this one has the retro color change on him. We have the 2 different versions of Scarecrow. DCSH for that one. Come on, get the light up there. And that one looks the most like the cartoon, so that's why I got him. And then of course we just have the Yellow Lantern version, crappy Joker, and then semi-crappy Joker in the jacket. Let's put the light right there. This guy, like I said in the review, if I remember correctly, he looks okay on a shelf, but not a very good figure. These 2 are the ones to go with the standard Joker and then the Mad Love 2-pack Joker. I said that in reverse, but the purple one standard, black and white, is Mad Love 2-pack. Both great figures. As for Riddler, I would go personally with the spandex look, but either one is good, and the one on the right is more accurate for the TV show. So that's a good call. And then we have both of the Man-Bats, the white and the brown. White one's kind of hard to come by, but very cool figure. The brown one, not that hard to come by, but still a really cool figure, and I would recommend either of them. That's all the ones I'm going to point out, guys. There's too much to talk about if I go through every single figure, so that'll have to do. But there it is, guys. There's my Batman 6-inch action figure collection. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you guys want me to go through a particular collection in the future, please let me know which one that would be. You know what I collect based on what I review, so let me know what you think, and I'll try to consider it when I'm deciding what I'm going to do next, but I can't make any promises. So there it is again. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.